Okay, so I think we've given it a few minutes. I think let's begin. I hope you can all see my screen. But let's get started. Okay, so welcome to the Power Hour. It's a new bi-weekly learning series designed for an exclusive group of SysAid customers. You've all been exclusively invited by myself and Avi. Each 1 hour Zoom session is hosted live by myself. I'm Cindy Civan. I'm the Director of Customer Success at SysAid. And I'm here to provide you and bring you some expert tips, best practices, and live Q&A to help you level up your SysAid experience. Okay, so before I introduce my incredible team and our CEO, Avi, just a little bit about myself. I have been at SysAid for, in fact, in a week's time, it's 8 years. I started off in professional services for the first 4 years, where I learned a lot about the product. And 4 years ago, I moved into customer success, and I'm enjoying the journey, and I've loved seeing how the company's grown over the years. Okay, so as you can see, my incredible team, and their cameras are on as well, Sarah, Asaf, and Tanya. They are all account executives in my team, and I know that they're all happy to meet you and see some of you. And of course, we have Avi Kedmi.
Mine does too.
Avi Kedmi, who's our CEO. Avi, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm the CEO. No, 2 years at SysAid, really enjoying the ride. Cindy and her team are really great. So, and excited to be part of these conversations. I try to talk to customers as much as I can. I learn the best, and I fix also issues the fastest. So happy to be here and to be a guest speaker. I don't know what it means, but we'll see.
Well, thank you, Avi. Thank you for joining us, and to everyone on the call that's joined us. Thank you so much for joining us today. Okay, so just a little bit about some housekeeping and the agenda for today. I'm going to be providing you with key benefits and an in-product demo of SysAid Copilot and our AI agents. Many of you now have access to our new UI, SysAid Spaces. I do want to reiterate and just say something, that it really is a missed opportunity not to take full advantage of SysAid's powerful AI capabilities. But my goal today and Avi's is to provide you with the insights you need to make the best decision for your organization. Okay, one thing, please feel free to ask questions in the Q&A section of the Zoom. If you click on the 3 dots, you're going to see there's going to be a Q&A section, or you can type in the chat. Feel free to even type in the chat now, send hearts, say hello, and do whatever it is that you'd like to do in the chat. It's open for you. I'm going to try and get to the questions that you ask during our session. And yeah, and that's it pretty much. Another thing that I would like to mention as well is I will be asking a few polls during this session, so I'd love for you to please answer the polls. And of course, if at any time you would like to book a meeting with one of my incredible AEs that you just saw in the previous slide, you can. Sarah, would you mind just posting the "You Can Book Me" link in the chat right now? If anyone needs it for later, we'll post it again as well. So yeah, so before I dive, there we go, next slide. So before I dive further, let's take a moment to reflect on the significant progress we've made in such a short time. To provide deeper insights into our direction, Avi, I'd like you to walk us through SysAid's AI vision.
Sure. So when we talk about AI, it's a scary word, right? It brings us a lot of excitement, but it's also scary. Also, I think when we talk about AI, lately I saw this research where they've asked 10 people, a bigger number, but out of every 10 people, they've asked how many of them are using generative AI as part of their day-to-day, and the answer was 3 out of 10. But then they took their day-to-day and they saw what they're really doing and what tools are they using, and they found that 7 out of 10 are already in their day-to-day using generative AI. They just don't know this is powered by. So AI is becoming, especially generative AI, is becoming really it's part of our day-to-day, it's part of businesses because the power it brings. And the vision around it as well, or the journey, is that in November 2023, OpenAI basically put out this power to the world. And from then, there is a gold rush of how you take it and use it in the businesses and in your private life. So 2024, companies like us introduced AI capabilities that were like about knowledge productivity. Instead of going in and reading the ticket, can you summarize it for me just by hovering with a mouse? Instead of selecting categories and really trying to understand, let AI select the categories for you and more and more. And a lot of it was also powered by conversational interfaces, things that were allowing employees and technicians, IT agents to converse and do a lot of things through it. 2025, so it's about the agentic. So what's the difference between the agentic and the phase before the agentic, the knowledge? I'll share, right? We have it on the next slide, if I'm not mistaken. I'll talk about it in a second, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry. So go
That's
back.
not on next
So
one.
the knowledge productivity was all about what is the best answer. Generate for me the best answer from everything you know, from the world's data and from my data, all my 2-3 years of tickets and workflows and knowledge base articles. Agentic is about, on top of it, help me to generate the best action that will execute something. The best action could be unlock my user. The best action could be install a VPN client, etc. The best action that can be taken, right? And what we'll see next year is more goal-oriented AI, which,
This is
as we build trust in
about
AI, will be in a
ticketing
place.
system and
Kelly, I
integrating.
think you need to be on mute. Sorry. So 2026 is more, it will be around goal-oriented, which you will say to the machine, you'll say, I got these 40 tickets around network issues. Go figure it out. Send me daily reports and get my approval if you're trying to do A, B, C, and D before you do them. And don't stop until you're making it. When I try to explain to my kids what is goal-oriented, I say, okay, let's say you're 25, 30 years old. You say to the machine, I would like to get married. Please go register to all of these dating apps. And every day I can do up to 2 dates. And don't stop and like connect to them, answer on my behalf. And when you schedule a date, add it to my calendar. And don't stop until I get married. That's a goal-oriented, right? And we're going a bit to that direction. So when you think about IT, it's similar. What are the goals? The things now your projects. But this is more next year. So I'll pause here, but this is where we are going through our journey, and we think that's also where the world is going. Gartner also talks a lot about similar terminology.
Thank you, Avi. Appreciate that. Okay, so I could spend the day sharing these impressive statistics from our latest survey with outstanding feedback we've received over the last year. But today isn't about buzzwords or bullet points or a long slide presentation. It's about showing you what transformation looks like. It's about showing you how AI can simplify your day-to-day and not complicate it, so that you can leave the session with clarity and confidence. Okay, so SysAid Copilot and our AI agent builders, they aren't just features. They really are game changers. So rather than just tell you all about it, let me take you on my SysAid AI journey and show you how it works. Before we start, I would like to create a little poll, and let me just launch it over here. And 1 second, just making this a little bit bigger so that I launch the correct poll. Okay. So I hope you can all see the question. Please let me know if you don't. What problems are you trying to solve with AI? I'm going to give you a minute or so just to type in your response, but I would love to hear some of the problems that you're trying to solve with AI, and we can go from there.
Can we see some of these things, or only you can see, Cindy?
I'll share it, Avi. I'll share
Okay.
it. I don't have any responses yet, but I think everyone's you can't type in the I can't type in the window.
Maybe type it here. Maybe put here
Yeah,
on the chat. What was the
perfect.
question?
So the question is, and I'll put the question, what problems are you trying to solve with AI? It says host and palace. Okay. If you can type it in here, that would be great. I see someone's typed.
It was me.
Oh, okay. All right. If you can put your answers in the chat, Justin, Jason, that would be amazing. Ah, okay, Asaf, you're trying to do less manual work for sure. Thanks, Jan. Hope I said your name correctly. Currently, AI objectives are an active endeavor, favoring privacy and security of proprietary data from AI databases. Thanks, Jan. Thanks, Steve. Okay. So it's interesting, Jan, when you actually say getting rid of easy tickets and manage the dispatching of tickets faster. Frank, you're still trying to read the mass of incidents to categorize them better and direct the agent into the best next action. Okay. Amazing. Keep writing. Providing assistance with the classification of tickets for agents. Okay. Thanks, Justin. Okay. Okay, great. So, let's start off with the demo. I'm just going to move out of the slide deck. Now, some of you already may have Spaces and you haven't activated it. So I'd just like to show you before we begin where you can activate it. So if you are still on Classic and you haven't moved on to Spaces, in this section over here at the bottom of my screen, this is where you can activate Spaces. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to post in our chat. We do have customer care engineers who can assist you with some configurations. So you can book a meeting directly with them and they will help you. So I'm going to put you can book me in the chat for everyone. And I'll post it again a little bit later. But if you haven't activated Spaces and you're working in Classic, this is where you want to go.
Can you click on it for a second?
Sure.
So I think there's like granularity of who do you want to start, how do you test it, right? But it's fairly seamless for you to start testing it as a sysadmin.
Thanks, Avi. Okay. All right. So let's go into our new user interface, and hopefully you are using the user interface, but I'm going to take you through a little walkthrough on some of the highlights if you're not using it yet. Okay, so one of the things that we've got is we've got inline editing. Now, I don't know and I'm sure lots of you have worked in Classic before, but this was one of the pain points from Classic, where you're in the page of the help desk and you couldn't go in and make inline editing. You couldn't change a priority of a ticket if you wanted to. You always actually had to go into the ticket. So here you've got the option. You can go in. You can even go in and change the category. You don't have to go into the ticket. So of course, this saves you a lot of time. And you can change the request user group. You can also go in. You can add other columns if you want to. So let's just say you want to bring in the agreement field into your view. You can save it, add it in. You can see it's over here. If I want to move it over into another part of my screen, of course I can. And it's literally as quick and easy as that. You can create custom views as well. I don't know if any of you have worked in Classic and created static filters for custom views. So custom views are a lot easier to work in, and I've already created a few over here. We've also got the ability to merge tickets as well, to reassign them in bulk. And of course, not that I recommend ever deleting tickets. You do have the option to delete tickets as well. One of the things that I am going to show you, that if you have our SysAid Copilot, you can see that you're going to you can see the little AI yellow sparkles, all right? This is called AI emotion. So when your customers send in their tickets, you can actually see their sentiments. And in this case, with the Wi-Fi being slow, this customer has given a negative sentiment. Okay. We've also got something called intelligent categorization. So you can see over here, if I hover my mouse, you can see when I click on it, it's actually giving you the opportunity to, based on the ticket, it's giving you the opportunity to change the category based on what the actual ticket description is. So in this case, for example, you can just click on it and change it and use the AI intelligent categorization.
I want to explain a bit about it, right? The human, if they go into a ticket, they'll read the title, right? They'll read the description. They'll start reading the attachments. They'll go through the journey, right, of the ticket, what people answered, etc., right? So when you are hovering, just if you can hover for a second, when you're hovering over a ticket, right, all of that done in less than a second by the AI. And not only it does that, it also gives you the understanding, is the person on the other side, the employee or the upset, right? So think of how many tickets you open per day, and for each one of them, how much time it takes you to read and to understand versus this one. Now, in the past, these kind of things were very difficult to do and to work well. But the generative AI is so powerful is that you would rarely find summarization that's not accurate.
Thanks, Ivy. Yeah, absolutely. Especially without the AI, you would always have to click on the ticket, open up the ticket, and maybe gauge what the customer sentiment is. So this really speeds up, as Ivy said, and I don't think I need to further add to it. But one thing I do want to do is I do want to go into this ticket. And I'm sure from Classic, one of the biggest pain points I remember from when I was in professional services is that from the Classic environment, a lot of customers would say that there's a lot of blank white page on the screen. And this is how we've actually really improved how the ticket is working, and visibly it's got a lot more data on it, so you don't have to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. But one of the things that I do want to mention is that with the AI, if I just open up this message, and let's just say I want to type a message to John, and I'm just going to copy and paste this from my other screen. Now, with the intelligence of our AI, if I hover over the sentence that I've written, which also has a spelling mistake as well, you can actually go in and you can improve this. You can make it more casual, and you can also make it more formal. So by the click of this button, you can see it's made the message more formal. And I'm going to go into this into a little bit more detail a little bit later, but this is just little tweaks and things that can help you as a SysAid admin become more efficient. Okay. Another thing that we do have as well is something called Zen mode. I don't know if you guys are in Spaces right now. This is just a feature of Spaces where one of the pain points is from Classic. If there were two people in the ticket at the same time, the problem is someone could have been updating it with Zen mode. There's a little pop-up that jumps up over here that tells you that someone else is in the ticket. Okay. So I have another poll that I'm going to ask you on to type in the chat if you don't mind. And the question is, how are your end users submitting tickets? I want to know if it's by the self-service portal, if it's by email, if it's by MS Teams or manual. So if you can type into the chat, how are your end users submitting tickets? Thank you, Avi. For typing it there, self-service portal. Thanks, Justin. I'm happy to hear that. What about the rest of you? Email mostly, but some users use the portal. Thank you. Self-service portal, walk-ins, and email. Thanks, Jason. Both Jasons. Email and self-service portal. Thank you, Gavin. Mostly email. Okay, thanks, Steve. We've got 95% of tickets are monitoring tools, so we talk to the systems. Interesting. Thanks, Frank and Steve. Okay, so I'm going to show you the bot in the self-service portal. But one thing that I do want to mention is that the same bot is available to use on email integration and on MS Teams. Okay, so I'm just showing you the self-service portal today, but I do want to reiterate that if you're using email more, you can use the bot via email. But I have to say, I always try and encourage my customers to use the self-service portal because there's a lot of features in the self-service portal besides our bot in here, where it becomes to ticket history, and there's also service catalog items, which you may probably not need because you've got the SysAid AI chatbot. Okay, so let's just say we've got one of your end users. They click on the bot, and I don't know how many of you have actually seen how our bot works, but I'm just going to ask a basic question, and I'm going to ask, what is the Wi-Fi password? Okay.
I think this one, by the way, there was a question here. Applying AI to expedite support by matching current user challenges with historical resolutions. This is exactly it. The way the answers are coming is by finding few few tickets that are historical that solve this question and generating from them the right answer.
Thanks, Avi. Okay. All right. So this is a basic question, and right now this was the answer. It changes daily. It didn't really give me my answer, so I could give it a bit of a thumbs down. Not the right answer. Okay, and submit it. And all I need to do is create a service record. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to select a category. I don't have to create a template. I don't have to define the urgency. All I need to do is create a ticket. Okay, so I want to actually go into a new chat because I want to take this a bit further, and maybe some of you have actually seen, because this is how we actually created the AI initially when we first started. But I want to take this to another level. Instead of just writing and getting the information back, your end users can simply just paste a screenshot. And I took our VPN, we use a VPN called 40 Clients, and I'm not writing anything. I'm literally copying and pasting my screenshot. Let me just grab it here. And all I'm doing is pasting it in the chat. Now, you can see when I paste it over here, you can see that there's the description. There's a lot of things that's actually missing. What is going on?
You're getting a noops. You're in a demo account.
Hang on.
Give it a refresh.
Thank you, Avi. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there we go. All right, so you can see that there was missing information from the 40 clients VPN, and immediately it picked up how and what the steps are to connect to the VPN. I didn't have to type or write or do anything. Now, SysAid AI, we've included image analysis capabilities in the bot. So the bot is looking through the screenshot, and it just gave me all the information that you can see. Okay, so I can keep the conversation going in the bot, or I can mark it, like I said earlier, as a thumbs up. And again, I don't need to write anything about the title. I don't have to write anything about a priority. Everything is done and it's categorized. So right now I'm going to create a service record.
You're saying, what if this didn't solve my issue and I need to create a service record?
Exactly.
So instead of going to fill out forms, right, the AI will fill the forms for me.
Exactly. Thanks, Avi. But right now, I do want to say that you've elevated your customer experience while also streamlining processes to give them valuable time back to their day. All right, are there any questions? I just want to pause. Avi, have you seen any questions you would like to answer?
I think someone asked about the categories. On the email bot, I think it's you, Jason. So I was answering that some of it can be solved by when you define the categories, you give it a name, and then if you give it a really big description that gives more and more information, usually it will help to catch it better. So try it.
Thank you. Also, Jason, as well, we've got your details. What we'll do is create a customer care ticket just with regards to the categorization and the wrong categories. Our team will assist you there. Okay, and let's continue. But feel free, write questions as I'm speaking, and we'll obviously get to it. Okay, so some of you might be questioning now. Okay, so the question that I had, for example, on the Wi-Fi. How do I train the bot to provide the correct information? Okay, so I'm going to take you to the data pool. This is a section over here. And we have three main areas where the bot is taking the information from. Okay, so firstly, you can see I've got about 700 tickets. So one of the things that it does is it looks at service records. And I don't know how many tickets you all have in your system, but even if someone has answered something about the VPN or the Wi-Fi from a year or 2 years ago, it's already part of the knowledge base and it's part of the database, and the bot will know to look through it and begin the correct answer to your end user. Okay, you can also have knowledge base articles as well that you can insert here, documents, PDFs, websites, URLs. You can also link SharePoint here as well. So if you're going to a new data set, you can link SharePoint here as well. And the third way is that the bot will look at resources outside the company in the internet and will bring you more of a general answer, but that's another way that the bot can help you find the answers to your questions. Okay, so I'm going to take you to monitor and fine tune because I don't see any other questions in here. So I'm going to take you to monitor and fine tune. So in monitor and fine tune, this is where you can see all the information that the end users actually ask. And you can also see the answer that was provided by the bot. Okay, so let's just say, for example, what is the Wi-Fi password that I asked? It got an 80% quality score because it didn't really give an answer. So when I click on it, you can go in and you can actually change what the answer actually is. Okay, you can go in and change it. But another thing that you can do is you can also see where the answers came from, which service records, which knowledge base articles, if there were knowledge base articles. I'm trying to see, and in this case, there actually was as well. So besides seeing the source, this is where you can submit a fine-tuned answer and save it, and then it will be saved for the next time when the next user asks their next question about the Wi-Fi. Okay, Avi, is anything you want to add on this? No, you're on mute, by the way.
I think that if you remember my slide on the vision and the journey, trust and building trust with AI and having access to every decision it makes and ability to influence it is at the core of what we do. Because we believe that if you're leading your IT, right, we believe that you do not want a machine that you do not have influence on or can shut it or can maneuver it or can see the impact. So everything is just by the data pools, the monitor and fine tune, everything is accessible to you to build trust with AI.
Thanks,
Yes,
Avi.
you can add a PDF to the answer.
Okay. Okay, so one of the things that I also want to cover today is our AI usage dashboard, which is over here in a central place. Let me just discard these changes. So one of the things that's just very briefly to show you, you can see all the tickets that have been deflected by the AI. So if we just go back here for 12 months, you can see, and you can see the data. Obviously, this is my test account. There's not that many, but you can see all the data pertaining to what the AI touched, the AI contained service records, and where the internally sourced answers came from as well. Okay. I also want to mention, I don't have MS Teams on my specific demo account, but if you are using MS Teams, it works in exactly the same way. The only difference in Teams is that if you do raise a ticket, you actually need to type raise it as a ticket, and it will do it for you, and it will also differentiate between incidents and requests. Unfortunately, Microsoft unfortunately won't let us change their UI. That's why there's a few things that it's not 100% exactly like our AI bot, but otherwise it works exactly the same.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe worth, Cindy, if you're moving to show the agent chat.
Definitely. Avi. I'm pausing to see if there's any other questions, but this is Avi. You took the words out my mouth, literally. So while it's great to see the AI enhancing the end user experience, it's equally important that we, as administrators who engage with the system daily, benefit from the AI capabilities that support and streamline your work as well. Okay, so that brings me to the chatbots for agents, which this I have to say is my best part. Okay, this is the chatbot. I love doing this part of the demo because it's wow. Okay. I'm an admin and I've been on vacation for, let's just say, about a week, okay? And I get back to work and you can see my queue. I'm John, okay? I don't know what ticket to start off with. So what I do is I ask the bot and I say, what ticket should I work on first? Okay, and it's going to tell me what ticket I'm going to work on first. And you can see I've got a P2 ticket and it's telling me which ticket. Okay, amazing. So I'm not even going to open this ticket. I'm just going to say open the ticket. And you're going to see opens a ticket. Amazing. All right. And I'm going to say, help me solve this issue. I haven't even looked at anything. Okay, I'm just saying, help me solve this issue. Right. Yeah, it's helping me resolve the issue. Now, what the best is, okay, is I'm going to say to this, help me write a email response to the customer. It's writing the email for me. I don't have to go now into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to please make this look more professional. It's all here, literally, as you can see, in the space of like 5 seconds. And then I'm going to say, send the message. Opens up the message. And it populates it there. Now, of course, I'm going to read through it. Okay, you obviously do want to just read through it. But what I'm going to do is what I showed you earlier. I'm going to make it more formal. And there I'm using the AI again.
Yep. I think the power of what you're showing is that it is all based on the same thing that she showed you a second ago on the trust layer. If you go back to the settings on the next tab for the AI.
What
Yeah.
do you mean? Sorry, where are
Yeah,
we?
yeah. Go to the monitoring fine tune.
Okay. No, hang on. Just
Yeah, you're here.
settings.
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, I'm typing it out now, Avi.
Okay.
Monitoring and fine tune.
So you see, help me with the email response, help me solve the issue, open ticket, what ticket? For the agent, IT agent, or for the employee, everything that the AI is doing is monitored, available to you, and understanding which service record, which knowledge base article, what drove this answer, right? So it goes back to what we believe in order to get to an AI contained environment, where the IT run by AI and managed by you, we have to build trust that you will feel you have the power to it.
Absolutely. And also, Abby, just to touch on this section as well, you can actually monitor and fine tune the admin answers as well. So just to, not just from the end user, also from the administrator. If we go into general settings, you can go into these sections as well. So I'd like to touch a little bit about on security. Well, firstly, let me pause. Any questions anyone have? Firstly, like I don't see any wows or like nice emojis in our chat. This is wow for me. So oh, there we go. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Thank you. Hands clapping. Can you see all of the hands clapping on my screen that I'm sharing? And okay, it came up on my screen that I'm sharing. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, so thank you, Jason. You love the new AI agent, the new agent AI. Love it. Fabulous. Thank you.
It is right. Oh, finally. Okay, let's stop here. He said it's rather dazzling. I think we can close the call. And it's interesting. If you go back to the agent chatbot, I will say there's more layers. We're not going to show you everything, but let's say you're here, do / for a second. It comes with pre-built AI agents. Let's say you need to create someone in Azure. You need to lock, unlock. You want to go to BitLocker. You want to send a Slack or a Twilio message or Teams. You want to give a license through Office 365. There's about 60 plus AI agents ready for you, and every month we're adding about 5 to 7 AI agents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you want to see the mobile number?
Avi, do you want to take over from your on my
No.
screen? I don't have the
I need.
mobile number on mine.
It'll take me time to
Okay.
to.
If you can do it on your screen, that would be amazing. My SMS mobile number is not working on this one.
No, I'll show you. Want to see the? I'll show you.
Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing.
So one of the AI agents is connectivity to Twilio. So here, this is our agentic. You have access to. You can have access to build connections. You don't need a developer to write the integrations. So it builds a connection to Twilio and then builds an AI agent to Twilio that can send a message. And then here you can see it, right? No, this is still the create the agent. Yep. Okay. Here, what you can see a bit. Here it is. Here is what you can see is that this Twilio, right, is able to build it and also eventually have an AI agent that can send a message using the Twilio API to someone. Let's see if it, right, building your agent. It says test it, text, hello from Twilio.
And Avi, while you're waiting for this is our AI agentic. This is the next level of AI, right?
Yep. If someone had their phone number, I could have seen it. But so I think we're running out of time a bit, right, Cindy? Let's pause here, or you have more things?
No, so just, I mean, we've got 15 minutes left. I wanted to see if there's any other questions. I just wanted to share my screen just with one or two other things that I wanted to mention because I'm pretty much done with the demo. 1 second, let me share my screen. Share screen 2. Great. Okay, so I do just want to mention that I always find it super, I don't know, when I see references or quotes from clients saying that how easy and reliable and the accuracy is amazing and working is much more efficient. I like to obviously see it when it's not coming from me. I can tell you that it's great, as I did, but it's also nice to see our customers are saying this as well. And maybe Jason, you said it's you loving it. We might have to add you onto our next slide deck as well. But one thing I do want to say that, as Avi says, Avi, this is your line. It's like a kid in a candy store, AI, right? And the core of it, ITSM and generative AI is like a kid in a candy store. And ITSM is the best use case to start your AI journey. It has all the data, all the needs to do, fully contained AI. And the next thing I want to do is just, obviously, you've arrived today. All of our customers actually that registered today joined. So what's in it for you? So any order for SysAid Copilot will receive a 50% discount. The offer is only for you guys. You might see something else from marketing that's offering other customers 20% and 25%. If you would like the opportunity to go and move forward, or even if you just want to maybe see a little bit more and talk with one of your account managers, please feel free to book. Sarah, if you can post the link of the You Can Book Me. And if you do want to be contacted by account manager, if you write in the chat yes right now, we will know and we will contact you because this was one of my polls. But if you do want an account manager to contact you, please type yes into the chat, like I said. And I guess obviously I'm not going to wrap up yet. I want to see if there's any other questions as well. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Frank, thank you.
Yeah, I can answer some questions since
Yeah.
like someone asked about the voice to text. We don't see a lot of use cases around it. If there's something interesting, we can build. Germany AI is hosted. Yes. So you have few ways to work with AI. If it is really something that you're worried about, we work also with Microsoft Azure OpenAI, and this way it connects through all their security, and it's only local in EU. And if you use the instance in Germany, etc., so it will align to the stuff that you need. The work that we do with Microsoft Azure OpenAI and directly with OpenAI has agreements that their data we're also sharing with them as part of our API calls. They are not allowed to use it to training. We have a robust set of security docs. By the way, SysAid has getting close to 300 clients already since January 1st, 2024, like a year plus, getting to a year and a half, clients on our AI. So, but we got a lot of security stuff that we can share For the AI agent connecting with Azure, can you show us again how the AI agent's problem you can solve? Can you go on? Oh, sure. I'll show you quickly. So, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So when you're here on the there's different. By the way, you can decide which AI agents are for which agents. In the data pool, you can have control over the permissions because maybe not everybody can create, right, Azure. So Azure, why am I showing it to you? Just a second like that. Let me help you easier to see it here. Just a second. Documentation. So maybe you will help me while we're doing it. Can someone from SysAid copy the link of our documentation page for the AI agents and put it here? There's like a very long table that is every 2 weeks updated of everything that comes built in, so someone can copy paste. But if I'm here, I'll just show. So Azure, we got get locked account, manage group membership, reset password, search, update users, etc. Right? So I don't know if it's and more. So for example, Azure create Azure. Let's see, Avi Kedmi, head of HR. Let's see if it will work.
I've got the list that you're talking about, Avi.
The documentation.
Yeah, like for example, all of the pre-built AI agents.
Yeah. So you can test it on your account. It probably needs a connectivity. On Microsoft Office, there's license. Yeah, we got assign, get, and unassigned license, right? If you need to give people licenses, we got BitLocker, get list, get recovery key. I know for IT people that's a big thing, right? We got Hi Bob if you're using the HR, get employee information. What else do we have? We got Salesforce, get account information. So each one of them, let's say I do here, and there's no connectivity to it. So let's try again. Salesforce, maybe there is AAA. Just a second. Right, it says this is great, but you haven't connected to Salesforce. You click here, and it takes you to the connection of Salesforce API, and you need to provide the tokens and everything so the AI can start using it. Same goes for the Azure. See if I do filter of type connection, right? You see Slack, Twilio, Salesforce, Microsoft Intune, SharePoint, and more and more. And like I said, we're adding every few weeks more and more of these. So I hope we answered the questions.
I'll quickly just share the part of the screen. Is this what you were referring to, Avi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thanks.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. So, yeah. Okay, good. Well, are there any other questions that anyone would like to ask before we wrap things up? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, I would like to say firstly, thank you, Avi, for joining and being my guest speaker. You can definitely get a copy of the slide, Jason. I'll definitely have one of the team also contact you as well, Jason Lopez, to help you with just to go through more of a walkthrough. Yes, of course, to my team and to everyone who joined us today. You're super engaging, ask great questions. And look out for the next Power Hour invite. It's been a pleasure seeing you all. And thank you for joining. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Enjoy.
Bye.